highly criticized and abused verbally. I personally do place Andrew Kibe and Andrew Tate as inspirational, motivational speakers who have the objectives of helping the young generation and the lost men regain their identity and their strengths. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some things that you have to learn from Andrew Tate and Andrew Kibe for your life to improve. Let us dive in and let me share with you the important things you have to learn from this guy. The first thing that you have to learn from these guys, Andrew Tate and Andrew Kibe, is never ever make a woman the foundation of your life as a man. And you can take the case of this guy, Kanye West. What happened to him when he has disrupted the relationship with the girlfriend or the wife or the fiance? The guy is now confused. The guy is now mentally unstable. The guy is going through much. Like the guy is going through hardship. The guy is unable to control his life. And that was not the case before when he was with this pretty girl. Whenever a man decides to build his life around a woman, know that that woman is in control of your life. Whenever she decides, she can put you in a mess. She can make your life horrible. You can see the case of Kanye West. Kanye West today, people are complaining and others are saying that Kanye West is emotionally unstable. Like Kanye West is not mentally okay. Like the guy is suffering. The guy is suffering from bipolar disorder, something like that. And the guy is not suffering from anything. The real problem is the guy is unable to swallow the divorce with the wife. Like the guy is unable to acknowledge and take it like I have separated from this girl. Let me move on with my life. And the real reason is the guy built his life and the foundation was the girlfriend or the wife or the fiance. Whenever you do that mistake as a man, my brother, just know that there are some decisions that you cannot make. There are some things that you are unable to make. Like there are some situations where you are unable to control because your wife is controlling you. Yeah, the message is like this. The message that these two guys, Andrew Tate and Andrew Kibe, are promulgating is that a man should stand on his ground. Even if you are married, even if you have a fiance, even if you have a girlfriend, make sure you have your circle of friendship. Make sure you have your friends somewhere where you guys can meet and discuss business and discuss life and discuss so many things. Like a wife, a girlfriend, a fiance should not jump into your life and separate you from your friends or separate you from your family or separate you from your colleagues. If she does so, it is a big mistake because whenever you build your life and the foundation is a woman, I'm telling you, Kanye West is not the first one. There are many, many, many situations around you that you are seeing every day, and where the woman is the leader, where the woman is the one showing the direction to the man. And when the woman is the one showing you the direction as a man, it is very risky for you to wake up and make reasonable decision not based on your emotions because you are attached into this girl. You cannot make the decisions that is going to favor you and improve your life, since you are emotionally connected, which is not something bad. But when you have to make decision, you have to be sure that the decisions that I'm making is the right one, but not because she's the one leading you. You are influenced by your emotional connection to these girls, to this girl. You cannot make the right decision that is going to put you or make your life favorable or improve your life, something like that. The message that these guys are willing to share is that never ever make a woman the foundation of your life. And if you do so, you go through hard time. You go through mental disorder like Kanye West. The guy is already suffering, and it's not the first one. Many people have been going through that situations for years because they are unable to exonerate themselves from their wife who is controlling them, or their wife who is in charge of their relationship or their life. These are the things that these guys are trying to share with the young generation and the lost men to regain their identity and become leaders and lead the community or the society, so that the women should follow. That is their concept and their perception where the base, and it is very interesting, and I do agree with it. And from these guys is Andrew Tate and Andrew Kibe. Like, they are trying to tell the young generation, especially the boys, the men, that you have to be important for you to be recognized in this our society. Like, you have to give something or share something which is valuable for you to be recognized. Like, if you don't have anything significant or imperative to share with the world or to share with the people in your community, just forget that you are going to be recognized or valued or respected. And we can take the case, most of the people in our society today are mentally, they are suffering from mental disorder. But because they have the money in their pocket, we do still respect them. That is the power of money. Like, these guys are telling the young generation to stand on their ground and work hard day and night to have something in their pocket, because what they are going to have in their pocket is going to pave the way for them to become influential. Like, that is the message that they are trying to vehiculate to the young generation. They're trying to tell this young generation, and I find their message very important and very clear. Like, how many men today are depressed, are confused, are frustrated because they don't have anything to provide, they don't have anything to give. Like, for you to be recognized, for you to be presentable, for you to be respected, for you to be valued in this society today, you must have something in your pocket. You must have something to in your pocket, especially money or the knowledge, or you must have something that you are going to share with people and persuade them so that they can follow you and stand with you during hard time. That is what these guys are trying to share with the world. Let me take this example. How many ladies are today, they don't have job, they don't have nothing that they have to give. Even intellectually, they don't have anything. Even financially, nothing. Even morally, they don't have. But how many men are running behind them to be with them? Thousand, hundred, many of them. Like, these guys are trying to share this message. Like, as a man, you must have something in you. Is it financial? Is it moral? Is it intellectual? Is it spiritual? Like you must have something in you for you to be loved, because men are loved conditionally compared to the rest of the existing things on this planet. You are loved conditionally as a man, and you have to, and for you to be recognized and respected, you have to work hard. You have to work hard. You have to sacrifice some things that are really putting you down. And I find this message important and very interesting, especially the young generation. Many men today are confused. Who cares about them when you don't have anything to give? You keep quiet and you go and look for that thing. And once you get it, you become important. You can approach a girl today, you don't have anything to give, especially financially. She will kick you away because love today is quantified in terms of cash. But tomorrow, if you become successful, the way Africans they use this term, and I like it, once you have money, you are successful. That is success in Africa. Like if you become now successful, as we use in Africa, and you approach these ladies, they are ready to die for you because you have something to give them. You have something to provide. And this is what these two guys are trying to promulgate to this community. Like they're trying the world to understand that as a man, you have to stand on your ground, work hard, and be ready to face adversity, because it is not something easy, because you have to be someone for you to be respected for what you are, not who you are. If you are just Muhammad Said, no one cares about that. But if you are an intelligent man having a lot of companies, rich, having money, people will respect you for what you have achieved, not who you are. Like that is the message that these two guys are trying to vehiculate, and you have to swallow it as a young man or a boy who is growing up. I hope that thing that you have to learn from these guys is you have to eradicate the victim mindset that holds you backward. Like you have to eradicate the victim mindset. We are living in a world or in a society or community where everyone does complain about their situation. The government is corrupt, but the government has been corrupt for a long period of time. It is not you today who is going to change the corrupt nature of the government, even though we want to eradicate corruption and bribing. But do not stick in one place and start complaining about the government, about the rules, the whatsoever. Even if you complain about the government, yeah, I do agree. African government, they are corrupt, and it is 100% sure. But people are still in Africa who are making it. People are still in Africa who are striving towards success every day. And you have to acknowledge and respect it. Like if you are complaining every day about your situation without sitting down and trying how you can walk through it and improve your life, stop complaining the government, stop the victim mindset. And there are some people, they are 34 years, 35, they are still complaining, I'm an orphan, my father passed away, I don't have a mother, I don't have a dad. Shut your mouth and go out and look for your own life. You wanted your father to build you a life? Things doesn't work like that. Things doesn't work that way. As a man, you have to fight. I remember one of my geology teacher in high school. Like he used to tell us, once you are a man, you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and start thinking, what is your family going to eat? Like life is competition. As a man, what you want, thousands of people somewhere want that same thing. The thing that you want, millions or thousands of people in the same country or internationally have applied for that single position. Is it a job? Is it whatsoever? Is it anything? You are living in a competitive world? And if you have a victim mindset, I'm this way because this thing has happened to me 10 years ago. I'm this way because my father was a perfectionist. I'm this way because my mother used to harass me. Bro, you're not going to make it in this complex and sophisticated society where anyone cares for himself. You have to be ready to face adversity. You have to be ready to stand on your ground. You have to be ready to fight for your space because you are living in a competitive world. And this is one of the message that this Andrew Tate and Andrew Kibe are verticulating. And this is one of the messages that these guys are trying to give the young generation. The world doesn't care about your stupidity, about your nonsense. Even if you complain every day, nothing is going to change your situation. And if you decide to change your situation, you are going to grow and you are going to reap the fruit of success. That is what these guys are telling you. Like, stop the victim mindset. Stop complaining. Stop blaming others for your failure. Because we are living in a society where people cannot fail without embryoing others. Whenever you fail, you turn behind and point at people. I'm like this because of this person. I'm like this because of this one. I passed through this situation because this person pushed me there. Be ready to face your life on your own and be ready to be accountable for the consequences of your decisions. Is it the result? Are they bad? Are they good? You have to be ready to face it. This is the message that these guys are trying to share. Like, you have to be mentally strong. You have to be strong mentally in a way that even things which are supposed to affect you and destabilize your confidence and your know-how or your ideology, you have to deviate them and ready and stand on your ground. Like, these guys are telling the young generation to be ready to face adversity because we are living in a complex and complicated environment where you have to be mentally strong. You have to stand on your ground. You have to act even if you are not feeling well. You have to be 100%. You have to give the maximum to get what you want because thousands of people somewhere they want the same thing as you want to. Like, you have to be ready, especially emotionally. If you are weak emotionally, my friend, forget, because life is brutal. Things are going to brutalize you and you find yourself in a rehabilitation center. And these guys are telling you to be strong, to be tough because you are living in a competitive world. Like, eradicate the victim mindset that holds you back and take a leap. That is what these guys are telling you. You have to be strong, man. You have to be strong. You have to be tough. How many men today are committing suicide because their girlfriend have left them? How many men today are confused? How many men today are lost because they are unable to stand and face the consequences or face adversity or even the consequences of their own decisions that they make in the past? They are unable to stand on the ground and face it. And these guys are telling you to stand on your ground, face it, be a man, bro. Be a man. Fourth thing that you have to learn from Andrew Tate and Andrew Kibe is, even though people do highly criticize and abuse them verbally, but I do consider these guys as inspirational, motivational speakers. The fourth thing that you have to learn from these guys is you have to be ready to accommodate and acknowledge your situation in life. This means do not be ashamed of your conditions in life. Do not be ashamed through what you are going through because life is not a straight line. Life is not a straight line. Let me put that way simply. Today you can have it, tomorrow One, two, three, four, five things can happen and you lost everything. And it is something normal because we don't control life. Life is the one controlling us, especially the weather, the climate, things like that. You can invest in something, but tomorrow you find yourself things are not working because of the climatic conditions. What will you do? Will you kill yourself? Will you hide yourself? Will you evaporate because things are not going well? Never ever be ashamed of your conditions, but be ready to work hard, sacrifice things that are important to you, and try to elevate your level or change your situation. This is the message that these two guys are trying to share with the world, even though they are highly abused and highly insulted. Let me put it like that. Like, never ever be ashamed of your conditions in this life. Some of the people they prefer to die instead of going through hard time. Today you are a billionaire, tomorrow you lost everything, you kill yourself, you end your life because you don't want people to criticize you, you don't want people to insult you, you don't want people to tell you one, two, three, four. Like these guys are trying to tell the young generation, bro, life is like that. Tomorrow you can be at the top of your game, and tomorrow you lost everything. You have to go and start at the level of zero and drive again at the top. Maybe you can even surpass the place where you have been. You have been there thinking that you are at the climax of your business or your life. These are things that these guys are trying to tell the world, and the world is not acknowledging. Like the guy is trying to tell the world, like, you guys should be, you guys should be tough in a way that tomorrow you can be at the top, and tomorrow you fall. Today you can be at the top and tomorrow you fall down. There is no problem. And be ready to transform your situations through hard work, through consistency, through perseverance. There is nothing being ashamed of your situation in life. Yeah, even because the great leaders or the most successful people have found themselves at the zero bottom when they were at the top. They fall from the top to the bottom. Like these guys that are trying to share this message with the world. Never ever be ashamed of your situations in life, because anything can happen at any time, and you have to acknowledge it and look where the problems are coming from and try to resolve those problems and take a leap and progress. Like, do not be ashamed of your situations, but be ready to transform your situations to become favorable, or to become the situations that you are wishing to be in your life. Like, that is the message that these two guys that are trying to share with the world, that telling the world, that telling the young generation, that telling the young people today to not be ashamed of their conditions, to not be ashamed of their situation, to not be ashamed of the things that they think people are going to criticize them, because everyone is being criticized in this life. If you fear criticism, you are not going to move a step forward. Or do you prefer to be stagnant than to be criticized and progress in your life? This is what these guys are telling you. Never ever be ashamed of your situations, because today you can have it all, tomorrow you lack everything. I don't want to go into Benjamin Mendy's story, but let me share. Benjamin Mendy was at the top of his game. He found himself with very useless ladies. They did one, two, three, four things, and now he found himself in a jail. He has been in prison for something like 2 years. He gave an interview last month. sharing about the story. I was having everything, but now I lack many things. Like, he should not be ashamed of his situation, but he should be ready to work hard to reach at the top, because we never know what life reserves for us. This guy are trying to tell the young generation, don't be ashamed of your situations, because anything can happen at any time, and you should be responsible to take the actions to eradicate that situation and jump into the next level of life. That is the message these guys are promulgating. Yeah, you have to take this one seriously, because most of the people today, they commit suicide, they end their life, they are depressed, they hide themselves, they leave their town, they go somewhere, because their business has fallen down, because their project has fallen down. Let me use this short statement. A failed project is not a failed person. If your project fails, you have not failed. You can even strive and try in another domain, and you make it in. The fifth thing that you have to learn from Andrew Tate and Andrew Kibe is you have to believe in hard work. Nothing comes easy in this life. If you think today you are going to start something and you make it tomorrow, bro, reduce your expectation, lower your expectation, because it is very hard. One of the hardest things in life is to make money in the right way. For you to become rich in a legal way, it is one of the hardest things in life. And these guys, Andrew Tate and Andrew Kibe, like that, telling the young generation, for you to make it, you have to be consistent, you have to persevere, you have to be working when others are sleeping, you have to be working when others are in a nightclub dancing, enjoying with their girlfriends. You have to sacrifice. This is what these two guys are telling the young generation to acknowledge. Like, you have to sacrifice. You have to be very, very tough. Like, for you to be successful, you have to believe in hard work. You have to eradicate the easy life mentality, which many babies today they have. When their fathers come from the market and the dad has not brought sweet, they'll start crying, and their father has to go to the market and buy sweet for them. Like, most of the adults today have the easy life mentality, and these guys are trying to tell you to discard or eliminate that easy life mentality, because it doesn't help. Life is not easy at all. It is not easy, and it is the word that the young generation, they don't want even to understand. And these guys are telling, like, life is not easy. You have to go through hard time. You have to go through difficult situations. You have to go through conundrums for you to make it. You have to, like, you have to face the wall. You have to face the wall like this for you to make it. It is not an easy joining. It is something that you have to move yourself. It is not easy, especially becoming rich or making money in the right direction, in a legal way. Let me use it like that, without stealing, without engaging in things that are going to send you to jail or in prison. It is not easy to make money in the right direction. And the young generation today, they just want to start something today and make it tomorrow, which is impossible. And that is why you see most of the people that are asking this question: how can I make to become successful? And these guys that are giving them this message back: you have to believe in hard work, you have to believe in consistency, you have to believe in perseverance. When others are partying, when others are dancing, when others are sleeping, when others are sleeping shisha, you have to be reading. Are you a student? You have to be developing strategies to market your books, to market your products. if you are a businessman, are you an employee? You have to be reasoning how to convince or persuade your boss to keep you in his or her company for a very long period of time. Like you have to believe in hard work and be smart and be intelligent enough to learn from your previous mistake. And these are the message that these two guys that telling the world life is not easy at all. Eradicate the easy life mentality which holds you back because you think if I start a YouTube channel today, tomorrow I'm going to gain 1,000 subscribers. It doesn't work like that. You have to sit down, you have to sacrifice, you have to perfectionalize your work for you to be able to be picked somewhere or for you to grow or for you to gain popularity. I know most of the people believe in cloud chasing. You have to go somewhere, do something crazy for you to become known or become popular so that you can start marketing companies' products. I know most people do believe in that direction, which is not bad, but the main message these guys are telling the young generation, Andrew Tate and Andrew Kibe, is you have to believe in hard work. You have to believe in hard work. You have to be consistent. You have to do it every day. You have to work hard for you to make it. I hope you like this video and you subscribe to my YouTube channel for the coming videos. Thank you for watching. I'm coming back with more interesting videos.